Hello friends, welcome back. Some of you might remember I made a video ranking different fashion aesthetics. This might have been a year ago at this point. Oh my god. Where is the time going? Today, I wanted to do a similar video. We're not going to be ranking just aesthetics. I kind of wanted to do like trends for 2025. So some of these are like aesthetics, some of them are like more specific items. And now just to preface, disclaimer, I'm not a trend predictor. I'm not a fashion analyst. I don't go to fashion week. I'm not really in the fashion world. I love personal style. I love putting together my fun little outfits, but I don't really keep up with trends. I don't keep up with designers. I don't really look at the latest stuff coming off of the runways. So all of these trends I did not predict. I took these from people that know what they're talking about, and I am just here to insert my own opinions about them. We are just here for yaps and good times, okay? Some of these upcoming trends I'm excited about. Some of them horrify me. So I made my little tier ranking list. It's only 4 tiers this time because that's all I felt I needed. So at the very top, we have, let's go. These are the trends that I am so excited about. I want to wear them. I want to incorporate them into my life. I'm excited about them. Underneath that, we have, okay, cool. These are like, all right, maybe I'll try it out. I'm not like 100% sold, but like, I'm not anti. Also in the middle, but underneath okay, cool is, I don't know about this one. This is like, you're gonna have to convince me. I'm gonna have to see this styled. I'm gonna have to like see it out in the world. And at the very bottom, we have, why are we doing this to ourselves? I don't like these. I'm not sold. I don't want to see this in 2025. You're gonna see a bottom tier. I didn't know how to get rid of that. I didn't want 5 tiers. 4 was enough. We just left a couple question marks there. Just ignore that. But without further ado, let's dive right in. The first trend prediction that we're going to be ranking is fur bottoms. Big shout out to Old Loser in Brooklyn. She is a trend predictor on TikTok and Instagram that I've been following for a minute, and I definitely pulled a lot of these predictions from one of her recent videos. She's in the know. I guess there was a lot of fur bottoms at Fashion Week, and I don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, this would be for like fall winter 2025, so we have some time to prepare, to brace ourselves. I could see it working. I just don't know if that would be comfortable. And like, I fear that if I tried this out, it would be giving Mr. Tumnus. It would be giving Narnia core. I think like a skirt with a little fur trim could be cute, but even that is almost giving school craft project. I don't know. I'm trying to picture the fur bottom trend in practice and in multiple forms. And everything that I'm seeing on the internet is indicating to me that this is not something I'm gonna be a fan of. I'd be willing to hear it out, but I don't know about this one. So that's the tier that it's gonna be going in. All right, next up, we have padlocks. Padlocks on bags, padlock necklaces, maybe a padlock belt. This is definitely hearkening back to like the early 2000s. I actually really like this one. There's something almost Victorian about it. I don't know how to describe it. Like a chunky gold padlock is almost giving locket. I could picture someone wearing like a long floral dress and then having these padlock accessories. Think like a Florence Welch or something. I could see her with this like chunky padlock gold accessory. I think that would look really cool. I think there's a lot of different directions you could go with this. I'm into it. I think, the question is, do I put it in okay cool or let's go? You know what? I'm gonna put it in the top. I'm gonna put it in the top because why the heck not? You know what? Let's be enthusiastic. Okay, this next trend I am really excited for it. This is like the new boho chic style. According to Glamour magazine, this aesthetic is called Bohemian daydream. It's just like the next evolution of Bohemian fashion. It's a lot of like long, flowy, sheer dresses, sparkly details, like really delicate patterns, pattern mixing, 1920s, 30s, like Art Deco glitz kind of sprinkled into this aesthetic. It's got a little 1970s glam. It's got a little like fairy core with some of the like really soft feminine elements going on. I really like this. I'm excited for this aesthetic. I think you guys can guess where I'm gonna put this one. This goes in the top tier. Let's go. Okay, what's next? Elevated athleisure. This one sounds so pretentious, but I'm kind of into it. It's almost like ballet core adjacent, and I like a ballet core. I did ballet as a kid. What can I say? Give me a leg warmer any day. Now, some of the looks for this aesthetic that I found are a little goofy, and I'm not that into them. It almost just feels like we're trying too hard here, but some of them I really like. Now, I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna ask you guys to bear with me. I am not the biggest fan of wearing athleisure all the time as your like daily outfit. I understand it's comfortable. I understand it's convenient, especially if you're an active person, but I do think in general, I'm out and about and like all I see are leggings and sports bras and hokas. It's just a little boring. I would love to see a bit more variety. And like if you still need to wear the athleisure, at least mix in some of these styles. Where are we putting this one? I'm gonna put it in okay cool because there's definitely a lot of elements of this one that I'm not a huge fan of, so I can't put it in my top tier. All right, the next trend that was predicted is a pop of pistachio. I love pistachio in terms of like food. Do I love it as a color? Sometimes. I feel like when I look up this trend, I'm seeing a lot of different shades of green. So which one are we going with when we're talking about pistachio? Because I love like a more muted, sagey light green. But when we start leaning into a bit more of that like lime-ish, I'm not as into that. So for this one, I think I'm going to go with, I don't know about this one. I am just getting mixed signals. I don't know if we are all agreeing on what the color of pistachio is. I mean, a pistachio probably has various hues of green, so maybe that's the point. All right, this next one you guys probably know about, and that's the Fisherman aesthetic. And I hate to say it, I'm a fan. I used to really not like nautical aesthetics. I lived in San Diego for many years, right near the beach. And while that sounds like a paradise for a lot of people, I'm a New England guy. I love the woods and mountains. You know those tests where it's like, would you choose the beach or the mountains? Mountains every time. I think since moving back to the Northeast, I've really come to appreciate fisherman style. Guys, I even ordered a pair of hunter rain boots. The eBay order got canceled for no explainable reason, but I did order them. I was going for it. I love a chunky sweater. I love a good pair of galoshes. I love well-made workwear. And I think that's been the general trend for people that don't even work in these different industries, but people will still wear the workwear. And while that's like kind of silly and like I will laugh at a joke about it, I'm also like, Carhartt everywhere? Sure, why not? A thick pair of workman's overalls? Sign me up. I also love that it feels timeless. There's a lot of very timeless pieces going on in this aesthetic, which to me signals that it's not a trend. Like it might trend for a little bit, but all of these pieces you can wear with like 1,000 other aesthetics. You can also just keep wearing Fisherman aesthetic, and no one's gonna be like, that was last year's trend. So all in all, Fisherman core, let's go. It's going to the top. Okay, what's next? I don't know about this one as like a trend. I feel like it's always been around, but I'm trusting the magazines and influencers that I went to for these predictions. And that is checkers, gingham, and like plaid. Anything like kind of square patterns. I like some of these and I don't like some of these. I love a gingham. This is something that I've become quite obsessed with over the last couple years, and maybe that's because the trend of it has been ramping up. I think gingham is timeless. I think it goes with a lot of different aesthetics. I'm looking to add more gingham to my wardrobe. But interestingly enough, while I love gingham, I do not like checker print. I don't know what it is, and I know they're so similar, but it's that little difference that really makes a huge difference for me. Something about checkers is very like 2017, 2018 millennial core. I feel like I'm just done. And like, you know, those checker prints where like the checkers are kind of drooping. I'm over it, but I'm willing to have my mind changed. I'm willing to see checkers in a new light because they're so similar to gingham, which I love. Plaid, I already love. We love a plaid. Plaid is here to stay. It's been here. She's been that girl. I don't think plaid is going to be trending because it's a forever pattern. But maybe we'll see it in new and different ways. I don't know. This one I'm going to put in okay, cool, because again, I'm not really sold on the checker print. All right, this next one is really fun. Hair fur. You guys already know where I'm putting this. I don't like it. It looks like someone skinned one of those show dogs, the like greyhound dogs that have really long hair. I don't like that. I don't like that it looks like someone swept the floor of a hair salon and then made a jacket out of it. Do you have to shampoo these items? Is it made of? It's probably made of like horse hair or something unethical. I don't think it looks cute, so I regret to inform you that we will be putting this in. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Okay, next up we have Minimalist Chic. I've been hearing murmurs of minimalism coming back, and I've been seeing it, I've been feeling it. I think maximalism is here to stay, but I do think there's this trend, and I've seen it with big influencers like Emma Chamberlain cleaning out her closet, and Mina Lay talking about how she's kind of minimalizing some of her personal fashion choices. I think for a minute there was this trend of being maximalist for the sake of attention and for the sake of getting views on your outfits. I've never been like a huge maximalist or a huge minimalist, and I don't think I ever will be. I think sometimes minimalism can coincide with a little bit of classism. There's so much to say about this in terms of like our current political state, our current wealth inequality in America. Like all of these different elements affect fashion and what the people are wearing and what the influencers are going to influence you to do, what's being put out on the runways. And I think this whole minimalism upswing is like part of some of that. Okay, cool, because I do like a minimalist look. All right, now there's this other aesthetic that's similar to Fisherman core, but it kind of mixes in with like preppy style as well. Maybe it's like the new version of old money, you know, rich family like vacationing at their New England beach house, I guess. So you have a little bit of that Fisherman core, but it's not as down to earth working man. It's like a little bit more, I'm Muffy Von Muffin and I'm vacationing in Martha's Vineyard. So we have like striped button ups, some of those like sailor collar sweaters, a raincoat that looks simple and humble enough but is probably like $600. Again, this is like the new old money, quiet luxury kind of aesthetic, I think. Lots of stripes and navy. I think I would rank it a little lower than this, but I'm gonna put it in okay, cool. There is something about it that I really like because a lot of it is very classic, but then there's also a lot of stuff that I don't like about it because it's so been there, done that. I'm not seeing a ton of newness. There's not a lot of fresh things going on. And I think if I had to choose between Fisherman core or this like chic nautical beach core, I would definitely go with the Fisherman core. All right, this next one comes from Vogue magazine. Crafty minimalism. We're really reaching here, guys. Now, this skirt that they're using as an example is really putting the craft in Crafty. I mean, this is like junior fashion school core. And I don't like this doily dress, all these doilies just like sewn together. It's giving Project Runway. And I think they're predicting this to be a trend because of this like potential that we're going to be going into. When that happens, people tend to turn towards more homemaking stuff as if that's going to save time and money. It's not. Making your own clothes is incredibly difficult, and you're going to end up making something that looks like this skirt. I'm not saying this to discourage anyone from making their own clothes. I have a sewing machine. I definitely DIY stuff. I've made my own clothes. I've altered things. But it was through that process that I learned how incredibly difficult it is to make clothes. But anyway, I'm just not a fan of this. None of the pieces that I'm seeing are inspiring me. I'm gonna put this in. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Next up, we have colorful velvet. I'm all about this. You want to know why? Because this is, I think, under the umbrella of medieval core, which I love. I also think it's just very like 70s glam rock. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love the mergence, is that a word? Merging of medieval aesthetics and like 1960s, 70s glam rock aesthetics. I need more velvet in my wardrobe. I feel like every time I see it at the thrift store, and there's always so much of it at the thrift store, it's never quite the right piece, but I'm on the hunt, okay? I'm looking, it has to be the right piece, and I'm willing to be patient because to me, velvet is timeless. I'm gonna put this in our top tier. So next up is an accessory, and that is oversized, extra large pearls. What was wrong with regular pearls? I think a pearl necklace, a pearl bracelet, is classic. This is gaudy. Not in the same way that a colorful velvet is gaudy. I really don't hate it. I just don't want anything to do with it. I think I'm gonna put this one in. I don't know about this one. I support everyone's right to choose whatever size pearl they want to wear. It kind of just feels like we're taking something that works, something that people have loved throughout history, and we're doing something funky, wacky with it in order to sell. And that's where trends really fall off for me. All right, last but not least, and I'm sure you were wondering if I was going to leave this one off of here because I've been seeing this positively everywhere. Butter yellow. It's weird that like specific colors can trend. I don't think I have any yellow in my wardrobe. I have a mustard yellow sweater, and I think that's about it. I come from the era of mustard yellow. Butter yellow, I don't know. I just like, I'm not huge on like pastels. Similarly to the pistachio trend, it's like I am seeing a few different shades as well. Some of them are almost like a white, a beige white. There is something inviting about this color. There's something warm about it. I think the term butter yellow is very appropriate. It's like, I almost want to take a bite of this color, but would I want to wear it? I don't know if this has a place in my wardrobe, but I don't hate looking at it. I think I'm gonna put this one in, okay, cool, you do you. But I'm going to keep wearing my bright green velvet suit. All right, guys, and that is it for our tier ranking of 2025 trend predictions. I had a lot of fun with this video today. I hope you did too. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and if you would like to stalk me on other platforms, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I have music on Spotify, more coming out soon. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!